Have you ever tried to stand in 4 places at once? No, I'm not talking about some yoga pose gone wrong. I'm talking about a real spot on Earth where you can actually stand in 4 different countries simultaneously. Yep, this place exists. And it's not some wizard's trick from Harry Potter. It's called the 4 Corners of Africa, and it's probably one of the weirdest and coolest geography facts you'll ever hear about. Imagine this. You're in a boat on the Zambezi River, and as you step out, you plant one foot in Zambia, the other in Zimbabwe, your left hand in Namibia, and your right hand in Botswana. In that moment, you're literally in 4 countries at once. Pretty cool, right? But what's the importance of this spot, and why should you care? Let's dive into the quirks, the history, and the importance of the world's most international huddle. What's the deal with this place and where exactly this magic spot is? The answer lies in southern Africa, right on the Zambezi River. Officially, it's known as the quadripoint, where Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Botswana all come together. And let me tell you, it's the only place on the planet where 4 recognized sovereign states meet. You won't find this party trick anywhere else in the world. Now, before you rush to grab your passport, here's something interesting. There's actually no physical marker to show where these borders intersect. No big flashy sign or "you are here" map. It's all in the middle of a river, making it a little tricky for you to snap that perfect Instagram shot. But hey, the story alone is worth bragging about. History with a twist. How did this happen? Well, the story dates back to the colonial era when European powers were busy drawing lines on maps like kids with crayons. In 1890, the Heligoland-Zanzibar Treaty set the boundaries between these countries. And like all great bureaucratic decisions, it left us with this geographical oddity. 4 countries sharing a border but not a single landmarker in sight. Who knew colonial treaties could create such a neat, albeit confusing, piece of trivia? Why should you care? Okay, cool story, but why does this place matter? Well, for starters, this region is rich in natural beauty and wildlife. The Zambezi River is one of Africa's most important rivers, supporting not only the ecosystems, but also the livelihoods of millions of people across these 4 countries. Plus, it's the river that leads to Victoria Falls, one of the largest and most famous waterfalls in the world. On a more political note, this quadripoint has seen its fair share of international negotiations, especially when it comes to border control, trade, and tourism. The fact that these countries coexist peacefully at this intersection is a testament to regional diplomacy. So, in a way, this spot is a symbol of cooperation in a world that's often divided by borders. Fun facts and quirks. But wait, there's more. Here are some quirky facts to impress your friends. 1. The River Divide. The actual point where these countries meet is in the middle of the Zambezi River, so technically it's underwater. Want to visit? You'll need a boat, a good sense of direction, and maybe a snorkel. 2. No man's land. The quadripoint is one of the few places in the world where you can be in no man's land, literally. Standing in the middle of the river means you're not really in any of the countries, but also sort of in all of them. 3. Cross-border safari. Feeling adventurous? You can easily hop from one country to another on a cross-border safari in this region. Just remember, your passport might get a workout. 4. Diplomatic dance. When the borders were drawn, diplomats from each country had to agree on the exact spot where the quadripoint would be. It was a bit like a high-stakes game of you put your foot in, you take your foot out. So, the next time someone asks you about the weirdest place on Earth, you'll know exactly where to point them, literally. The 4 Corners of Africa isn't just a geographical curiosity. It's a symbol of nature's beauty, human history, and international cooperation. And who wouldn't want to stand in 4 countries at once, if only to have the best story at the next dinner party? And if you ever make it there, Feel free to share your experience in comment section below. Just remember, watch your step or you might end up in the wrong country. This is the end of our journey to not 1 but 4 countries at the same time. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and stay with us for the next adventure by subscribing to our channel.